Good afternoon. My name is Todd Elson, and this is my video for September 2nd, 2018 for fall of 2018's assignment. Taking a look at the questions for the demographic video presentation. We'll just go ahead and start. I teach at Trigo County USD 208. I teach in the middle school or the Trigo Junior High School. The community, taking a look at the community, we have a total enrollment of 262 students, 54% male, 46% female. The percentage of economically disadvantaged students is 35. Percentage of African American students is 1.9. Percentage of white students is 94%. And the percentage of Hispanics students is 4%. And there is no data on other ethnicities. I got this information from the ksde.org site, so the Kansas State Department of Education. So taking a look at that, that is, the school is in western Kansas, just off I-70, about 30 minutes from Hayes. Taking a look at the state assessment for scores, in reading, building reading, at level 1 we are at 6, level 2 we are at 58, and level 3 we are at 36, 0 at level 4, and nothing at level 5. Building math, level 1, 21, level 2, 52, level 3, 24, level 4, 3. And building science, and we did not have a score on that. So taking a look at this information, the Trigo County cohort of 8th graders score average or higher than average, higher than the state average, and fewer of my students are at level 1, and none of them scored at level 4. So that means that the students in Trigo Junior High are average to above average readers. In math, Trigo County has had fewer at risk level 1 and maintain more at level 2 and level 3. Surprised to find that we did have level 4 math. I believe that this means that we perform above average in math. As I said, I wasn't able to find the scores for science because there was less than 10 students in that cohort. So the educational opportunities in Trigo County is that they do have a high school which is separate from the junior high. The junior high is actually housed with the grade school. So both of those are in the same building. So we have K through 8th grade in one building and then 9 through 12 in the community high school. So taking a look at my school district, the mission of the district is, this is directly from the handbook. What is the mission of the mission statement of the district? The mission of USD 208 is to provide our students the opportunity to acquire the necessary skills to be a college or career ready, and when they graduate, by providing a rigorous 12 or K through 12 academic program and or relating essential training for a career. This is a district-wide mission statement. So taking a look at what we have here, I know the educational placement that we have, I know in my classes for IEPs in 8th grade, I believe I have about 6, 7th grade only 3, and 6th grade I have 4. For assistance from the paras, I know I do have a para in I have 5 classes, and in 4 classes I have para assistants. So I know that they can help out along those lines. And we also just hired a new principal who is very big on making sure that everyone is in their right place. And so if we do find that we have a student that is starting to fall behind on their schoolwork, which happened last year, and our principal was also the superintendent, so he wasn't in the school all the time. So unfortunately, we did sort of advance some people that probably shouldn't have been advanced, but now with a principal that is strictly a principal and not just the superintendent, I believe that by tracking the students better and setting it up to him, that these students won't be advanced another grade when they should actually probably be held back. So the school that I'm teaching at is, like I said, it's about 262 students. It is in a rural western Kansas community, and the buildings in the district are a little older. My school was built in the 50s. The high school was built in the 60s, and they also upgraded the gym, so that was just done recently. I know, taking a look at some more learning accommodations, I do make accommodations to my class when we have classwork, specifically altering it for the IEP students. Most of the IEPs are reading IEPs. So, and also I have introduced note-taking skills to a lot of them, and when we have note-taking skills, I also, for the IEP kids, I'll hand them out notes so they can keep up better than just trying to keep up on their Chromebook or writing it down. One thing that they do have for all the students is they do have a one-on-one Chromebook situation where each student has their own Chromebook. We've kind of run into a problem sometimes with the students using the Chromebook to do other things like play games, etc. So that is something that we are definitely working on. And so with my teaching, I have been pretty lucky that I have a lot of technology in my room. I have a Promethean board, smart board. I have a projector. I also have a Chromecast and a tablet, so I can actually use that to walk around the room as I am giving lecture notes. Taking a look at what I like to do in my classroom, or how I keep my classroom under control. Discipline theory that I have come up with comes from a mixture of some of the readings that I have done over so far my first year of teaching and my first year of classes in Transition to Teach. I use a combination of Cantor and Cantor, Janot, if I'm pronouncing that right, Colm and Rogers Freiberg. And Cantor, I believe, is a good approach because it's knowing that the student has the right to choose how to behave in class with the knowledge that there is consequences that they make. One way I guess you could say maintain order, something that I learned from last year to now, is that yelling really doesn't get anything done, but silence, quote, is golden. When they start to talk amongst themselves or are having just not paying attention, I will just stand at the front of the class and wait. And part of my discipline policy is the more time you waste of mine, you will be staying after school to make it up. And so far that has worked pretty well. It is something that is still moving on. We're only a week or almost 2 weeks in So it is something that I laid down last year, and a lot of my classes, I've gotten the same students from last year to this year. So they know my style. They understand what they can get away with or what they can't get away with. So they understand that, and I haven't had as many problems as I did my first year teaching. So I think those are some good approaches. That is something that is definitely something that is working for me. I've also laid out some rules that you need to respect each other. That one I'm still battling with, especially with my 8th grade class. In my school, when I first got there, about 2 weeks after I got there, my mentor teacher said to me that she didn't want to tell me this while we had started, but that 3 teachers that had taught there retired specifically so they did not have to deal with these children as 7th graders, and now they are 8th graders. So that was kind of interesting to find out, and I used my own technique to try to make sure that I maintain order. Like I said, I learned a lot from that, and now I actually have them, knock on wood, fairly well disciplined. We'll see as the year continues. Another thing that I want them to do is respect the teacher. Once again, another thing, that means they need to, be quiet, and when they aren't, I will just stand there and wait. So they are sort of getting the message. Like I said, we're only about 2 weeks in, so this is some of the things I like to do. So it is something that is still a big learning process. I feel much more confident with a year under my belt, but I know that there is other places that I need to improve upon. And where I am at in this community in Kansas, I believe that I am understanding the demographics a little bit better than I did last year. So I believe that I'm on the right path, and I know I've gotten a lot of help from the cohorts from last year, and I look forward to continuing my education on how to be an educator and how we're going to make things better for hopefully all of our students. Once again, my name is Todd Elson. This is the demographic video presentation for September 2nd, 2018, fall of 18 class. Thanks for watching.